Welcome back. You have actually learned more than half of the Greek alphabet. So in this part two, it's much shorter. It's going to be fewer letters. And again, you're learning to read the letters aloud, and the sound of the letter is going to give you the sound when you read the letters together in a Greek word. And so you need to recognize these letters when reading, and that's the whole purpose. You're internalizing the Greek alphabet so that you can take an English translation and go back and see the original Greek word and what the original Greek word means. At the end of this particular session, I'll show you just how we're going to do that with an interlinear Bible and a lexicon. So, what I want to do first is I want to review what you've done in part one. We started with the alphabet, and you were learning by clusters, and you've been practicing. So these clusters, you may not have them completely down yet, but they should be familiar and it should be coming along. It may take a little more practice, but it's coming along. And you remember that I go first and then you repeat after me. So listen to me first and then repeat. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon. One more time. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon. Now we're going to put it together with we've got two little clusters here. And let's go to the bottom line first. And I'm just going to do that first little cluster. So repeat after me. Zeta, eta, theta. So it has that A sound. Let's do it one more time after me. Zeta, eta, theta. And now comes, and listen and repeat after me, iota, kappa, lambda. One more time, iota, kappa, lambda. Let's put that second line together. Listen and repeat. Zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda. Good. Now let's do the whole thing. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda. Now you remember I said there are just two more letters I'm going to hook on here, and they're easy to remember. Moo is like the moo of a cow, moo, nu. So let's just take that second line and add moo, nu. So repeat after me. Zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda, mu, nu. And we can put the whole thing together. Again, listen to me and then repeat. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda, mu, nu. Okay, we're ready to go into the last part of the alphabet. And I think I shared with you that, I got this far in my memorization and really had internalized it. And then I kind of slipped a little bit from this point forward. And I just don't know it quite as well as I know the first part. But that's not going to happen to you because you're going to get in here and work just as hard to internalize. Now, the sound is part of it. But the other are these little tricks. I'm going to see if I can come up with some little tricks here. What we have here are the two letters Xi, Omicron. All right, repeat after me. Xi, Omicron. All right, let's try to think of a little trick. uh, let's see. Xi, all I can think of is perhaps it sounds like the sea, like the ocean, but it's got a K in front of it. Xi. And so And let's look at the letter Xi. How does that make me think of a sea, an ocean? Well, you know what it is? They're waves coming into the ocean, coming into the beach. You see the waves? Xi. There's a kind of a K sound in front of it. Xi. So it looks like waves coming in, from the sea to the beach. Xi. That's followed by Omicron, and it's that soft O, Omicron. And it's different from the long O, omega. So we've got to see this Omicron. And have we got a trick here? I can't think of something. I think you're going to have to think of your own trick. But these two letters are Xi, Omicron. So repeat after me. Xi, Omicron. Xi, Omicron. I'm struggling with a little trick to go with Omicron. Okay, Omi is, let's see, Omi. Omi sounds like, me, like me or I, me, Omi. I don't know. Xi, I'm at the ocean, Omi. Those are sort of like little tricks. Omicron, so it's Xi, Omicron. All right, repeat after me. Xi, Omicron. Xi, Omicron. Xi, Omicron. And when you write that C, it's like a E with a little wiggle at the bottom, and Omicron is easy. It's a small O. Xi, Omicron. Okay, let's go on to the next cluster. The next cluster is 4 letters, but it's got that sigma, which has a final a sigma as well, but there are only 4 letters. Now the first letter is P, and there's an English word that might make us laugh, and the next letter is row. So the trick here is to think about a rowboat, to think you're in a rowboat and you desperately need to get to the shore. So you've got the 2 letters P, row. Okay, so these little tricks are they're mnemonic devices is what they are, and it helps you remember. So the first 2, repeat after me. P, row. P, row. All right, the next 2 are sigma, tau. Sigma, tau. I can't think of any trick except those letters are fairly common. Sigma, sororities and fraternities and so forth often use these letters. So repeat after me again. Sigma, tau. And you notice that the sigma has the sigma that comes at the beginning or middle of a word, and then the next one is the final sigma, but it's 1 letter. All right, now listen to me do all 4 letters and repeat after me. P, row, sigma, tau. P, row, sigma, tau. I think that the little trick we got on P, row is a good one. I wish we could think of a good trick for sigma, tau, except maybe just the sound will help you remember it. Let's do it one more time after me. P, row, sigma, tau. All right, now what we need to do is we need to put it together with the first 2 letters. Remember that the Xi looked like a wave at the beach? Xi, Omicron. Repeat after me. Xi, Omicron. And now repeat the bottom line after me. P, rho, sigma, tau. All right, let's say it together. All right, listen to me and then repeat. Xi, Omicron, P, rho, sigma, tau. All right, I think, you can't get it without repetition. So let's go back and kind of go over it again. We've got the wave coming into the beach, and that's our Xi, followed by Omicron. Repeat after me. Xi, Omicron. Followed by, and listen to me and then repeat, P, rho, sigma, tau. And if we put them together, we have Xi omicron, P rho, sigma, tau. Let's do the second line. Now repeat after me. P rho, sigma, tau. Let's do it again. P rho, sigma, tau. Sigma, tau. P rho, sigma, tau. And now let's put it together with the first two letters up there. Xi omicron. Okay, repeat after me. Xi omicron. And now repeat. P rho, sigma, tau. Now I'm going to put it together and repeat. Xi omicron, P rho, sigma, tau. Let's do it again. Xi omicron, P rho, sigma, tau. Okay, you're going to have to practice this some. I mean, you haven't got it internalized yet, but you're getting there, all right? You're just going to have to practice. Let's go on to the next cluster, all right? The next cluster is upsilon, and I think our trick here is just to say oops, oops, you know, for the upsilon, sound, upsilon. And then the next two letters sound alike, phi, ki. And if we put a trick together, we have oops, there's a fee for the key to get into the hotel room. So if that works, go ahead and use it. Oops, there's a fee for the key to get into the hotel room. So repeat after me. Upsilon, phi, ki. Upsilon, phi, ki. All right, let's put our clusters together, but I want to start on the last line because that's the one that you've just learned. So we need to keep repeating that. So repeat the last line after me. Upsilon, phi, ki. Upsilon, phi, ki. Now let's move up one line, and I'm going to do the second and third lines and repeat after me. P rho, sigma, tau, upsilon, phi, ki. Does that little mnemonic device help? Oops, there's a phi for the key. Let's do that one more time. I'm going to do the second and third lines. Repeat after me. P rho, sigma, tau, upsilon, phi, ki. Now I'm going to do the last line. Repeat after me. Upsilon, phi, ki. And the last two lines together, repeat after me. P rho, sigma, tau, upsilon, phi, ki. All right, let's go up on the first line. Have you remembered that? You remember the wave to the beach? Xi omicron. All right, repeat after me. Xi omicron. Xi omicron. All right, let's try to put them together. I'm going to do the whole thing, and then you repeat. Xi omicron, P rho, sigma, tau, upsilon, phi, ki. Let's do it one more time. Xi omicron, P rho, sigma, tau, upsilon, phi, ki. We need some more repetition, so let's do those the last cluster we did. Repeat after me. Upsilon, phi, ki. Upsilon, Phi, Chi. And now let's go back to the first two. Remember? Xi, Omicron. Xi, Omicron. And after Xi, Omicron, repeat after me. Pi, Rho, Sigma, Tau. Pi, Rho, Sigma, Tau. And then we put it together with the first two. Xi, Omicron, Pi, Rho, Sigma, Tau. Xi, Omicron, Pi, Rho, Sigma, Tau. And then we just have this last little cluster. So let's do the last line. Upsilon, Phi, Chi. Now I'm going to do the whole thing. Listen and repeat. Xi, Omicron, Pi, Rho, Sigma, Tau, Upsilon, Phi, Chi. Let's do it again. Xi, Omicron, Pi, Rho, Sigma, Tau, Upsilon, Phi, Chi. Okay, you're doing a good job. We only have 2 letters left. And we're going to have to think of a little trick. The last one is easy. It's omega, because that's the last letter in the alphabet. So it's omega. But that one before it is a little hard to remember. The letter is psi. So there's a P, it's a P sound, and then like sea, like ocean. Psi. Repeat after me. Psi. What is going to be our... Well, you know what? It looks like a cactus to me. I mean, I live in New Mexico. We go to Arizona, and in Arizona you get all these cacti. It looks like a cactus. Well, you don't get a cactus in the sea. So it's like the opposite of the sea. So we have the cactus. We have psi. We have the cactus in the sea. Psi. Repeat after me. Psi. And then the last letter is omega. So repeat after me. I'll do the 2. Psi, omega. Psi, omega. Let's do it one more time. Psi, omega. Okay, what have we got? We've got this second part of the alphabet that we've been working on. And we've got how many clusters? 1, 2, 3, 4 clusters. So the first cluster was Xi, Omicron, and then we went to Pi, Rho, Sigma, Tau, and then we did these 3, Upsilon, Phi, Chi, and now we're ending with Psi, omega. Repeat after me. Psi, omega. Psi, omega. Now let's do the last line. Repeat after me. Upsilon, Phi, Chi, Psi, omega. Upsilon, Phi, Chi, Psi, omega. This is where, I kind of faded when I learned the alphabet, but don't fade. Don't get tired. Don't fade. Let's do this last line one more time. Upsilon, Phi, Chi, Psi, omega. Now, let's go up to the top line. And you remember the wave coming into the beach. And that was Xi, Omicron. All right, you've got that Xi, and now drop down to the next to the last letter is Psi. So up at the top, it's like the K sound, Xi, and down on the bottom line, it's like the P sound, Psi. So up on the top, we've got Xi. All right? So just repeat. Let's do the first two letters, the first cluster. Xi Omicron. Xi Omicron. Now let's put the first line together. Xi Omicron P Rho Sigma Tau. Xi Omicron P Rho Sigma Tau. And the last line, Upsilon Phi Chi Psi Omega. Upsilon Phi Chi Psi Omega. Psi Omega. Upsilon Phi Chi Psi Omega. Okay? All right. Now what we do is we go back to the beginning of the alphabet, and we're going to start to put it all together. So let's do the first line. Repeat after me, just the first line. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon. Zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda, mu, nu. All right, let's put the two lines together. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda, mu, nu. Let's do that one more time. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda, mu, nu. And then we go on to the last part of the alphabet. Let's just do the first line. Repeat after me. Xi Omicron P Rho Sigma Tau. Let's do it again. Xi Omicron P Rho Sigma Tau. Now let's look at the last line. We've got two clusters here. The first cluster is Upsilon Phi Chi, and then we move on to Psi Omega. Alrighty. Repeat after me. I'm going to do the whole last line. Upsilon Phi Chi Psi Omega. Upsilon Phi Chi Psi Omega. Okay, let's put them both together. Repeat after me. Xi Omicron P Rho Sigma Tau Upsilon Phi Chi Psi Omega. I think we better do it one more time. Repeat after me. Xi Omicron P Rho Sigma Tau Upsilon Phi Chi Psi Omega. Okie dokie, can you put the whole alphabet together? It's going to take 2 slides, but we'll put it all together. I'm going to do the whole thing. It'll take 2 slides, but I'm going to go through the 2 slides and do the whole alphabet. Are you ready? Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda, mu, nu, Xi Omicron P Rho Sigma Tau Upsilon Phi Chi Psi, Omega. That's our alphabet. Now, we're going to do it. I'm going to do this slide, and you're going to repeat it, and then I'm going to do the next slide, you repeat, and then I'll do the 2 slides, and I'll let you repeat. All right, let's start with this slide. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda, mu, nu. Xi, omicron, pi, rho, sigma, tau, upsilon, phi, chi, psi, omega. Now I'm going to do the whole alphabet. It'll take 2 slides, but I'm going to do the whole alphabet. And then I'm going to go back to the first slide so that you can do it after me. Ready? Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda, mu, nu, xi, omicron, pi, rho, sigma, tau, upsilon, phi, chi, psi, omega. All right, your turn. Go ahead. Congratulations. You're on your way to learning the Greek alphabet. Once you've learned the Greek alphabet, what we'll do is we'll use an interlinear Bible. That has the English translation on one line, and above it, if it's New Testament, will be Greek words, or if it's in the Hebrew scriptures, it will be Hebrew words, so that you can you just have to know the English. You know the English. You can get that English word and look above and be able to see the Greek word. If it's the New Testament, you'll see the Greek word. You'll be able to pronounce it because all of the letters sound exactly like the name of the letter. You'll be able to pronounce it. We'll do a little practice with pronouncing. Once you can see the Greek word, you go to a lexicon, which is like a dictionary. Now, it's not going to give you the meaning of the English word. It's going to give you the meaning of the Greek word. It's a Greek lexicon. That's what it is. So what you're doing is you're not going to be fluent in Koine Greek. You're simply going to be able to identify key words when you read the New Testament in English. When you see a key word, you can use the interlinear to identify the Greek word, the original Greek word, and then you can use a lexicon to look up the meaning of the Greek word, not the meaning of the English translation, which is an interpretation, but the meaning of the Greek word. So I just say congratulations. Anyone who takes the time to do this gets my whole heart, all my congratulations. I just am very pleased and impressed with anyone who has the commitment in their heart to do this. And I trust that once you have the alphabet, we'll go on to have some fun with Greek words. And I think you'll be surprised, excited, and quite pleased that you're going to be able to get into a depth through the original language that you were not able to do just in the English translation. So with this, I will say goodbye and congratulations.